And welcome back to Retrospect My Fantasy, where we are currently taking a look at the Final Fantasy franchise from beginning to end, and we're on installment number 9. Now, I made some changes to my studio space over the weekend, so I'm going to need to make some slight adjustments here, if you'll bear with me for a moment. That's good. Alright, so this isn't even for the finale. In a couple of weeks, I'm going to get another desk, and I'm going to get a new boom for my microphone. And so that bookshelf that you see behind me will be much closer and more squared up with me when the new studio is finally completed. In the meantime, for the next couple weeks, you might hear a few more echoes because we're in a corner. These two walls, I can reach out and touch them, so that's not great, but hopefully it's not too bad. And then a couple weeks after I get the new space set up, I'm going to be shopping for some sound isolation foam to make this place a lot more of a studio. So in the meantime, let's get back. Oh, a couple other announcements. One, it appears that we have lost another person to the detritus of time in our subscriber group, or follower group. I'm going to assume that that person left us because they joined during one of our 24-hour streams and weren't really here for what we do here. Unfortunately, that happens, especially when you're playing games different from what you would normally play. But that kind of goes with the territory. So that means we're back down to 14 people away from reaching our goal. But that's okay. We'll still get there, guys. Don't worry. And announcement number 3 is that we are so close, you guys. We are so close to finishing this game that I've actually come up with a contingency plan in case we don't finish it on Thursday to start Final Fantasy X on Friday, because I want to start 10 on Friday. If we finish this tomorrow night, Wednesday night, then whatever remaining nights we have, we will be doing some creative streams where I will be working on my banners and where is it? The banners and emotes. Now, I know I don't have the ability to actually use emotes yet, but we will soon enough. And when that time comes, I want to be prepared with at least a couple. I want to have at least 2 or 3 ready. You son of a bitch. Not that she really needs. Uh-oh. We're going after Amaranth now. I mean, she doesn't really need much, Garnet. But she's doing alright. Oh. How could I possibly forget? Last time on Final Fantasy IX. Let's see, what did we do last time? Oh, we actually spent quite a bit of time hanging out at, shit, what the hell is it called? Oh, there he goes. We actually spent quite a bit of time hanging out at the auction house, where we made sure to pick up a couple of small items. And then we did the last few Chocobo. God, why can't I think of anything right now? The Chocographs. And then we did... Okay, good. Then we ran around and ground for a little bit to earn money, so I could go and do things like more auction house, which I did. The primary thing that I went for with the auction house this time was a couple of key items that are of no real note, and then a ribbon. And the reason I went for a ribbon is because ribbon is an awesome item. It's not as good in this one as it is in other Final Fantasies, where it protects you from all status effects, but it's still really good. And if you hadn't guessed it by this being the team that I'm currently using, this is the team that won the poll. What it came down to was Amaranth or Freya for the final slot. And I chose Amaranth because I get to decide on the tiebreakers. Now, I would like to point out that statistically speaking, this is the most powerful team in the game in terms of overall raw power. If you want to talk about just damage dealing, the strongest team is Zidane, Garnet, Vivi, Freya. And only because you can't get rid of Zidane. Otherwise you would replace Zidane with Steiner. While I was doing some grinding over the weekend, I decided I would try and get the last of the Stellazo coins, and I did find another one, but I didn't find the last one. But while I was doing so, I made a couple of other discoveries, that I had forgotten about. If we come into this room, we come over here, where we do go off screen, you'll see an exclamation point, and that will get you Kane's Lance, which is the best weapon for Freya. Now, let's push forward. If you go into this room and go over to this little corner here, there's actually a spirit that you can play cards with. They're really good. They're one of the best players in the game. But they also have some of the best cards. So if you're looking to complete the card game, or just get really good at it, that's a very, very good place to get some cards. That and the Chubby Chocobo, or as he calls himself in this one, Choco King. Great, great spots. Oh, Baphomet, the occult goat. Not to be confused with the devil, because it is not. Let's see here. Vivi needs Ultima. And Zidane still needs to steal some more. Not a whole lot more. He's mostly done requiring his stealing, but not completely. Oh, you son of a bitch. Sorry, just preparing my tea. Instead of going for coffee lately, because of something that's coming up here in the next couple days, I decided to go for tea. I'm sorry. Wait, we can use the very rare ability that Amaranth has, that I almost never use, Revive. Come on, Baphomet, Jesus. Alright, time to use our Kamehameha wave. God damn, she hits hard. And that is totally a Kamehameha, by the way. I mean, look at that. Look at that. And how much damage it does by comparison to his normal attack. That's the Kamehameha. Ooh, he's finally got auto regen. Now we can take off golden hairpin and put him on... Yeah, that really is the best, the flash hat. It's almost got done with long range. Now, if we were really working on this team to be endgame team, we would want long range on Amaranth and Zidane, so that we move everyone to the back. We would want to make sure we get Arc, the final summon. Also, important piece of note that I found while looking for Stalazza coins, because this is as far as I got. Right here, in this little corner, is where you will get the tower, which is not the best weapon that Zidane can get, but it's the second best, and it is really good. It's the one that I'm currently using. It's pretty high damage. Now, because we did not get to the final... because we did not finish Disc 3 within time, we do not have access to... the Excalibur 2. But, you know what? That's fine. We're not even going to be using Steiner, so it doesn't matter. And to be perfectly honest, this last little section here is mostly just, can we chakra ourselves? Because if so, that would be very handy. With the next enemy, I'm going to see what our thievery is up to. Not quite enough. Chakra-ing ourselves is not quite good enough. It doesn't restore enough MP yet to be worth it. But eventually, yes, Amaranth can restore his MP infinitely without issue. Eventually. I mean, we're almost there now. He's kind of an off healer. He's not great at it, but it's something, right? And if you want to know what I currently have, so Auto Reflect can be really useful. I don't typically go for it unless I'm going for the Ozma fight. Long Reach can be extraordinarily useful. Auto Float, useful. But Gamble Defense and Counter, Level Up, Bandit, Master Thief. Master Thief and Bandit go well together because then you steal better items more frequently. I need every single one of these characters to level up like... Well, I don't need. We're actually doing pretty good. I would like them all to level up like... I don't know, a dozen more times. Just so I could feel like really secure in the knowledge that we're going to win. Because as of right now, I like our odds, but it's by no means guaranteed. There we go. So let's keep pushing forward. And I know there's little secret hidden stuff all over the place. I just can't remember where it all is, so you'll see me running around near edges all all the goddamn time. Ooh. How's it going, my friend? We meet again. I am one of the Chaos Guardians. Kneel before my power. No. How about we use Thievery and see how much damage that does to you? $7,000 with the defense that they have. That's pretty good. Oh man, thanks for the healing. That really exfoliated my skin. It felt great. Just like a hot rock massage. Yeah, we've done a fair amount of damage to this guy already. I almost feel bad. Almost. Hey, we got the Masamune. So with Mustard Bomb, yeah, what you normally do is not let them do anything. You just skip over their turn over and over again. Yeah, we got Genji armor. That's good. Oh, Chakra only costs 4? Shit, son. Yeah, that is well worth it then. Oh, is that so? Okay. Nope, no attacks then. We'll just use Amaranth to off-heal everybody, including himself. Poor Vivi. Man, he just can't take the same sort of heat that the rest of us can. Come on, Zayden. There's one item left. I damn near guarantee it. Alright, well, now we have to be extraordinarily careful and not let Vivi do anything. Come on. Yeah, the mustard bomb wore off. God damn it. Okay, well. Nothing for Garnet for a little while. Come on. we go. Everyone's back online. Ooh, we got the Ultima Sword. Another one. Is that the last one? Is that the last item you have? Good. All right. Now it's just time to punch her in the face a whole lot. Like, a lot. Good job, team. Very good job. It's over. What? Take this. Raining swords? Man, that could be really bad. And there goes Vivi into trance. $10 AP. Yeah, a Phoenix Pinion, a little bit of money. Anything that he doesn't have. Not at the moment. He might... No, because he already has... I don't think he can earn or can learn long reach. Alright then. Battle boots, really? Alright. And yes, we have to defeat all 4 of the Chaos Lords again. Isn't this Alexandria? What is Alexandria Castle doing here? Remember? This place is made up of our memories. So, I mean, you know. What? What do you talk about? I not see anything. Of course you can't see anything. You weren't with us at the time, so it's not your memory. In his bid to defy me, Kuja tried to acquire Alexander. An incident 10 years ago started everything. Oh, we got the Angel Flute. An item for a character that we're not using. Hey. Yes, please. I forgot there was even a save point here. So that's awesome. If only I hadn't made an Ultima Sword earlier. Oh well. Huh, this is a pretty interesting looking place. Nope. Damn it. Alright. A storm. I am the ghost of the most infamous card master. Discretion is the better part of valor. Where could this possibly be? Where does it rain all the time? But Burmecia. We're piecing together the history of Kuja through our own memories of certain events. So, you know, kind of neat little story event. God, Vivi is so weak. I might hold off on fighting Kuja just because Kuja I'm pretty sure we could defeat. Mysterious surprise boss that we've never encountered at all before, I don't know about, but Kuja I'm pretty sure we could take right now. It'd be rough, don't get me wrong. It would be a rough fight, but I think we could do it. Come on. Just finish him. That's all I ask. There we go. Now we can push on. Hey, what are you doing? You shouldn't go anywhere in that. There's a storm. Watch out. You're gonna get washed away. Garnet, I just saw a little girl on a ship and... Huh? I guess it was my imagination. Yeah, it had to be. What I just saw definitely isn't one of my memories. What's going on? That was my memory. Why was Zidane able to see it? Zidane? Yeah, what's up? You didn't imagine anything. Wait, you saw it too? That means that little girl was you. But why was I able to see something from your memory? I don't know. Hey, Garland, what's going on? Garland, can you hear me? I feared Gaia's Eidolons more than anything. However, I decided to deal with the problem before they became deal with them before they became a major problem. Indeed. Well. All right then. I mean, that's not entirely an answer, because we already kind of knew. God damn. These chimeras are a pain in the rear. You know what? You take that. We're just going to burn you down. As quickly as possible. Alright, Amaranth, good job. You pissed it off. Now, my mic is also a lot farther from me right now than I would normally like to have it, but because of the current setup, the way it has to be, I can't have it, because I'm going to be moving it again, I decided not to mount it to anything. So instead of being about 8 inches away, it's about 1.5 feet, which sucks. It really does. Can't wait for that new desk to arrive so I can get everything set up exactly the way I want. But that's possibly as much as a week out. Well, at least he no longer has the not poison. Toxin? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think it's toxin. Just like Dark Souls. Long Reach mastered, huh? Anything else he has to learn? Restore HP, okay. Auto reflect. Of the two, we'll go with Restore HP. She has to learn auto. Not worth it. Because we're not going for an Ozma fight. It's just not worth it. Oh. Not quite. So what Optimize does is it tries to get the highest value in as many stats as possible. What is that thing? That eye. It's the same eye I saw the night of the storm. Zidane, can you hear me? Zidane, what you just saw was from your memory, not Garnet's. What? I don't remember ever being in a storm at sea. You still don't understand. You will find out soon enough. What do you mean? Can other people's memories become part of my own? Garland! Once you accept everything, the answers will appear before you. A tremendous force was summoned to Gaia during the Age of War. However, the Gaians were not ready to harness such a great power. They were terrified and broke the jewel into 4 pieces, and they prayed to never see it again. Is that so? Hey, we got the Rune Claw. There's a weapon for somebody we're actually using. Alright, another boss fight. That's cool. It's cool, man. We got this. Tiamat, eh? You've defeated Malaris. For Tiamat, there is only victory. Is that so? Well, you're certainly off to a very good start. All right, come on. No mercy. Come on. We'll just have to keep punching Tiamat as much as we can. She seems kind of resilient to magic. Blood Sword. Okay, worthless. Good. You stole 0 MP this time. Does not seem to be affected at all by anything we throw at her. I mean, we're smacking her around pretty mightily, at least I think so. Shit. Well, let's just hit her with Grand Lethal and be done with it. Alright. Good job. Alright, Amaranth, you need to now use Revive on Vivi, assuming Zidane does not immediately kill Tiamat. Where's the echo screen? Man, Tiamat's got a lot of hit points. What is this? 4 grand lethals? 40,000 damage plus everything else we've done to her? Well, hopefully this will do the trick. And it did. Good. That was a pretty handy defeat we just delivered. Ooh, we got a winged edge. Lucky us. We got a throw weapon. And our team needs to put themselves back together again. Oh well. Oh, good. It's an Iron Golem, an Iron Man, so they'll actually be able to do so. All right, who needs some NP? First off, Amaranth needs some NP pretty bad. Okay, everybody's full up on hit points? Good. Oof. Well, everyone was full up on hit points. But that's okay. Zidane has enough hit points that his regen is actually halfway decent. Good, good. Phoenix Downs, very handy. Next person to get some is going to be Garnet. And then Vivi. And then we'll probably start the cycle over again. That was a mighty hit there, Vivi. You are very powerful. Imagine what the imagine fighting the Black Waltzes now. Just go ahead and do that for me. How easy would the Black Waltzes be nowadays? We would just trounce the shit out of them. And this is probably going to be the end of the fight. Yep. Good old Master Vivi to the rescue. Ooh, another Phoenix down. How lucky. I thought there was something in this. Ah, there's another spirit. I am the ghost of a warrior card master. I shall take you on anytime. They will, and they are very good at what they do, which is beat you at cards. I mean, like, very good. Alright. Guess on to our next one. We are going to need... There we go. What is this? Two moons colliding? No. They look more like planets. Why does this look so familiar? That is a picture of Gaia being assimilated by Terra. 5,000 years ago, Terra, already an old planet, sought to assimilate Gaia. Terra needed to merge with a younger planet to survive. However, there was already life on Gaia, and so the story began. Oh, yeah, I saw this in Olvert. Life on Terra was coming to an end. We had no choice but to proceed with the fusion, which tragically destroyed Terra's native civilization. Terra was too old to assimilate everything. Thus, I created the Aoife tree to regulate the flow of souls back to Terra. Okay. So you're kind of a dick. Got it. No, it's cool. I got it, man. Alright. There's also an optional boss coming up here pretty soon that I'm not confident that we can beat. But I really want to. Wow, we in ocean now. Fish everywhere. Yum, yum. What are you doing? Swimming after fish. Zayden, you help catch fish too? Ugh, what is this? Hard to breathe now. Ugh, can't breathe. That's because you think we're inside an ocean. I can breathe fine. We not in ocean? You're right. I breathe okay now. Fish all gone. I sad. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, Queena. I had to ruin everything for you. So back here. Mysterious voice. Who dares disturb my sleep? Leave at once or you will die. Prepare to die. Alright, let's see if we're good enough. I remember this actually being kind of a tough fight. Let's throw a winged edge at you, and we'll steal, and you cast reflect. So we will have Vivi punch you really hard, hopefully. Or that works too. That wasn't bad. Hey, we got a reflect ring. I want to say there's actually, like, a team that is choice good for this fight. Which includes Freya. Ow. That hurt. Shit. Okay, well, Vivi, please use a Phoenix down on Garnet. Because that sucked. That's fine. Because we'll all be healed to full in just a moment. Robe of Lords. Which is, I think, the last item that he has. But we will find out here in a moment. Oh, nope. Come on. Who's up? Yeah, I don't think we got him. Which means we have to watch that scene with Queen again. Kind of guess it depends on if Thievery is able to do the trick. Like, Our thievery's pretty good. I think it would be kind of hilarious if that 100 damage was what took him down. But sadly, no. We did it? Nice. Good. F. That was a rough fight. Yeah, we got a winged edge back. I commend you for overcoming me. I shall reward you for your impressive feat. Bring me 2 pumice pieces here, and I will synthesize them for you. The end product is something only I can create. So we got a Robe of Lords, which is awesome. We need a hammer to get the tin ore. A pumice. Save the queen. From a javelin as a silver... Yes. Phoenix pinion, and we can make ethers. So we need how much money do we have? Not nearly enough. We don't need a protect ring. We do need another Robe of Lords. But Vivi's currently wearing our only black robe. Oh wait. We were able to steal a Robe of Lords. So we need 30, 70, we need 80,000. We've got 17,000, so yeah, we're a little ways off from that. But hey, we're able to defeat the Hades. So I feel pretty good about that. And I honestly don't know why I made Save the Queen. None of our team can use it. If we find Beatrix somewhere, we might be able to give it to her. I don't recall. It's too bad she can't use Asuna. Oh, hey. Finally. A really, really good ability. Auto haste. So good, actually. That is key to many a fights being won. Can Amaranth equip auto haste? Probably not. No. Nowhere near it. If I got rid of the extra HP or counter, maybe, but that's not worth it. So, Gaia used to be just one big ocean? How do you know? I don't know. For some reason, it's in my memory. I wasn't even born at the time. It doesn't make any sense. And it was born on Terra, not Gaia. So how can it be in my memory? It's in my memory too. Gaia used to be covered with water. I'm getting a similar feeling as well. Maybe that means all existence can be traced back to a singular source. I don't understand. You guys ready for the water boss that is inevitably coming? And it is apparently right here. Got the soul read on that one. The Kraken. Our presence is forbidden. Damn. That was a powerful water spell. Not gonna lie. A little surprised by that. Seems decent. Ooh, we got a wizard rod. Whatever that's good for. Oh, is that the one with Ultima? I hope so. I would really like Vivi to have Ultima. That'd be really nice. Alright guys, so we are halfway through our stream tonight. I'm going to go over our announcements from the beginning of the show again. Announcement number 1. You may have noticed that there's a bit of a scenery change, not only behind me, but you may have also noticed a little bit of an audio change as well. And that is because I'm in the process of rebuilding the studio. It's probably the best way I can put it. And we're kind of in interim space at the moment. Oh shit. That hurt a lot. And so right now my desk, I took my L-shaped desk that I had before, and I shoved it into the far corner of my bedroom / studio. Ooh, that felt good. Because I'm going to get another straight desk that's at roughly the same height. I can't guarantee that it will be exactly the same, but close enough for me. And then and that'll extend across the bedroom to a better spot for this. It will also allow me to fully incorporate all 3 of my monitors as opposed to just the 2 that I am using right now. It'll just make for an overall better streaming studio. I've also got a boom on the way, a very small, low-profile boom, to have my mic closer to my face while still being unobtrusive to everything around me. So this is not the final sound quality, this is not the final anything. There's more on the way, so don't worry about that. But for the moment, the audio is going to be a little bit rougher because we're going to get reflections from multiple sources. And once everything is set up the way I want it, then I'm going to be looking into proper sound isolating materials to kind of fix up the streaming office a little bit. So bear with me for the next couple weeks while we get everything set up with the new studio arrangements and make everything as awesome as it possibly can be. Now, that being said, we are still continuing on. We're still pushing forward with everything we can. We've got a long way to go. Actually, we don't have a long way to go. We're pretty close to the end with Final Fantasy which brings me to my next announcement. And that is that, oh shit. Depending on what happens in the next couple days, where this finishes out, we may or may not be jumping into Final Fantasy X right away. The reasoning is that I want to start 10 on the weekend, on Friday. And we will certainly be able to do so. Like, this is not going to take till Friday to beat. Or, yeah. In fact, I'm afraid that it's not even going to take us until Thursday to beat it. And because of that, we are going to be doing assuming we finish this, probably not tonight, but tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday will be a creative stream where we will be working on our banners and our future emotes. Now, we're nowhere near having multiple emotes, but I want us to have like 3 to 5 ready to launch as soon as we can. So, first things first is we're going to work on the banners. But once the banners are done, we're going to be working on emotes. Because I don't think the banners are going to take very long. Because the way I do the banners is I only need to make a total of 2 banners in terms of actually doing any sort of like real form of editing, and then it's just adding text. So alright. All those tents are finally coming in handy. Also, we're probably approaching like 8 or maybe even 9,000 damage on Thievery, which is just fantastic. Meanwhile, Amaranth, Vivi, and Garnet need a whole lot of levels to catch up to Zidane. So we'll see where the team gets, how far along we get, because I think we're strong enough that we can beat Kuja, like, right now. It would be rough. It would definitely be a fight, but I think we can do it. What I'm not so confident in is the surprise final boss that is typical of Final Fantasy games. Oh shit, I forgot to check and see if that staff was the one that I want it to be. If we finally have Ultima. I'm kind of glad this guy's giving up a whole bunch of ethers. We're gonna need him. I mean, eventually. Ooh, Amaranth. You go, boy. Alright, come on, guys. We got this. Come on, Zidane, come on! You got this, buddy. It's not that big of a deal. It's all yours. Or maybe it's all Vivi's. Hey man, he's got a neat little trick. He can... 48's not going to be enough. Not if we really want to take it to him. Where's the wizard staff? We did get an item called the wizard staff, right? Wizard rod? Oh shit. No? I thought we got something for Vivi, a new weapon from... the Kraken. I mean, he certainly didn't steal anything back. Was it something else? Did I just see that we got an awesome thing and we actually didn't? Okay, well, I'm a liar due to... I am the ghost of Card Master Empress. I don't recall the PlayStation version having... Jeez, that's one big fireball with the card symbol. Could it be a moon? This is the birth of Gaia. That's Gaia? Over 5,000 years ago. What's above the ladder? See for yourself. Terra reached the peak of its prosperity at this time. The people believed that their future was secure. Ultimately, that very hubris led to Terra's demise. Thus, I was created to deal with our plights. We don't have enough for autoflow, but that's fine. We should be able to hopefully beat the Lich without too much worry. Oh, we got the Mace of Zeus, eh? Ah, Doomsday, eh? For some reason, I thought it was supposed to be... Causes shadow damage to all targets. It's close enough in terms of feel to Ultima. I am the ghost of the Card Master who controls the dark. Are you challenging me? You've made a wise decision. Alright. Oh, never mind. I was going to say let's head on up, but apparently we're going to hang out here for a little while. That's cool, right? Ooh, a behemoth. Nice. Well, that was fun while it lasted. Go, Rama, go. Ooh, a Phoenix Pinion. Well, that sucked. And that sucked even more. Holy F. We're screwed. I'm sorry to anyone who actually has a Scottish accent. I am terrible at them. I am so sorry. Shit. Well, Vivi? Yeah! 450. Behemoths. Always such a problem. Always. Until you are pretty much maxed out, behemoths are a problem. Oh, Vivi learned to Reflect Null. So let's transfer this over to her. She doesn't get any abilities off of it, but it is going to affect her stat-wise more heavily than Vivi. Not significantly so, but it does. All right. All right. We will have defeated the 4 Chaos Fiends, or as they were called in Final Fantasy I, the 4 Guardians. I think they were the 4 Guardians. How many people have protection from Earth? Not enough, considering Garnet got stopped. Does Remedy Cure stop? I don't remember. Ooh, we got the Siren's Flute. That's nice. Well, if we can all survive until Garnet dies from slow death, then she'll come back and we'll all be okay again. Right? Oh shit, no, time's not gonna pass for her. where's a remedy? Did I already pass it? Yes, I must have. Oh, there goes Vivi. Alright. God damn it. Really? Mother... I am really upset by that. Shit, I just used a Phoenix Down on Garnet, and she's going to totally get up just fine. That's fine, 10 turns. Come on, baby. You know, this guy was a lot easier when there was just 2 of us. Alright, well, at least we're back on this train. Come on, Vivi. So far, you're the only one doing any consistent amount of damage. Alright. We'll just hit him with Thievery and be done with it. Or are you casting that on? Mother effer! Although I don't know why I'm upset. I don't think she's learning anything. But she's gonna miss out on a whole bunch of experience. Oh, actually, no, she's not. There's no experience from these guys. She keeps our team alive. Come on. You got him. Or not. He's got to be close to dead, right? Well... Really? Nope, that's it. No one has auto life left. Oh shit, Amarantez? Oh boy. Garnet, please come back. God damn it. Alright, we need to get Vivi up because Vivi does consistent, very high damage. Seriously, man. Is this all this fight is? Now it's just slowly dying, trying to keep my team together? Oh, thank goodness. An attack missed. Come on. We need this, baby. We need this to hit, and we need it to hit hard. This close to death. Oh, man. That was a rough one. All right, well, let's get our team back together here. Nope. Ability. There we go. So. Tent time. Which is good. That'll get us all of our... no, half of our MP back. I'm going to save right here. And I'm going to show you where Excalibur 2 would be if you did it. Whoa! There's nothing. Is this it? Is there nothing else? This is space. Space? Your journey is not over. Do not fear. Step forward and you will be closer to the truth. Go, Zidon. No. That's easy for you to say. Nope. We are going to walk backwards now. Right here-ish is where Excalibur 2 would be. I don't remember the exact location, but it's right here-ish. If you have done the proper timing in order to get to it. You have entered a new realm. There are no more worlds. There's no more space. Follow your memory, your original memory, and march forth. Garland, What exactly is our memory? Why can't I remember other people's experiences and events that happened before my time? Garland, please tell me. Do not limit memory to just one individual's experience from birth. That is only the surface. Every life born into this world, whether natural or artificial, requires a parent. And that parent also requires a parent. Life is connected, one to another. If you trace the root of all life, there exists one source. The same can be said for memory. All life constitutes an intelligence that holds memory beyond experience. Memory is not isolated within individuals. It is an accumulation of generations of memories that continues to evolve. You can say that memory and evolution go hand in hand. But most life forms do not understand the true nature of memories, which explains why most memories never cross paths. So, what am I going to find by tracing our roots back? A presence that presides over all life and memories. The crystal. Crystal? You are on your own now. Zidon, take care of Kuja and protect the crystal. Farewell. Garland, wait! Garland? Even if I were created to serve one purpose alone, I do not regret being born to this world. The crystal pathway. Is this the crystal that Garland was talking about? It's time for us to find out the truth. Is it? Here, we will fight, not boss versions of the 4 Guardians that are made out of crystals now. So that's fun. Alright, so we are going to... How much time do we have? We have half an hour. So we're going to re-equip our characters and re-equip our abilities. Because there are some things we will not need for this fight. Does this weapon have a status? Mini. Yeah, that's not going to work on him. Has Amaranth mastered auto haste? Damn it, no. Okay. That's a shame, because Zidon could also really use some auto haste. But, you know, you work with what you've got, not with what you want. Okay. Okay, in that case, we will want to make sure we are not confused, not stopped. Don't have enough for also darkness, huh? Oh well. Vivi, huh? With ability up, off. What we want. More MP. Is that even enough for auto haste? Okay, well. That'll help more than a few extra hit points. So will that. So just... Dang it, no. Auto regen will help more than even that. Although auto haste with auto regen is really nice. You know what, we'll take counter off. We don't need... And gamble defense we can't count on. But that we can. That's a good setup right there. Freeing up 9. Lowers enemy's physical attack chance. Not gonna really need that. I don't remember if he does or not, but I would rather be safe than sorry. Okay. We'll tent up, save up again, and push through into the next area and see if we are ready for this or not. I don't think we are. But who the fuck knows, right? Okay. Kuja! Nice of you to come. I'm surprised you beat the 4 chaoses that I created from the crystal memory. But you're too late. Take a good look. Isn't it beautiful? It's the original crystal. It's where it all began. The birthplace of all things. Once I destroy it, everything will be gone. Gaia, Terra, the universe, everything. Your lives and memories too, of course. Shut up. The only thing that's going to be gone is you. I'll take you out right now. You honestly think you can beat me? Even if you do, Gaia's already doomed. Its assimilation by Terra has begun, and the Aether Tree will incite a cataclysmic destruction of Gaia. It's all over for you and your friends. See, I win either way. It doesn't matter. Even if Gaia is assimilated, the planet will remain, and we'll start over to make a new home. Kuja, you're nothing but a coward. If you're gonna die, leave us out of it. Why should the world exist without me? That wouldn't be fair. If I die, we all die. Zidon, you will be my first sacrifice. Alright. Let's do it, guys. Let's see if we can take Kuja down. Let's see if we can beat Final Fantasy IX today. There he is. Oh, that's obviously not Kuja, but phase 1 of the boss fight. Question is, can we actually do this? I think so. I think we can push it through. Oh, this is a death guys, eh? This used to be just a really hard boss. Sometimes not even a boss, just a really hard enemy. Which I always thought was total BS, by the way. Alright, that's gonna have to be enough for Zidane on that front. Look at that, our team is completely healed. By the end of this, anyway. Woo. Yep, time to regain those hit points. And we didn't put together the pumice, so we don't have arc. We also... I don't even remember where it is, but the ultimate weapon. We found the ultimate sword, but we don't have the ultimate weapon. But ultimately, that's all fine. Alright. Phase 1 of the boss fight is complete. How did they beat my death guys? Do you really think you can beat me? Alright. Phoenix down on the wing edge. Alright. There we go. Hit points. Everyone's fine. Alright, let's do it. I can't believe you beat Death Guys. Well, my time is almost up. Time to die, everyone. Let's see if we got it. I probably should have ran back and saved after defeating the Death Guys. $7,000? That's good damage. I mean, we've got 3 people like right on the verge of trance, so as long as he doesn't hit us for too much, we should be fine. Because of, well, things like this that take long enough that we can actually, for the most part, completely heal up from any of his attacks. And this is why Boost is awesome with auto regen. Good job, Winged Edge. Oh boy, how much is this gonna hurt? Oh, ultimately, not that much. Oh, and we get only one trance out of it. That's a shame. Oh boy, he's gonna use it again. That's not good. Unfortunately, we've healed enough that we should be okay. We should survive at least. A second flare, huh? Or a second trance. It'd be really nice to get an Eidolon summoned right about now. Oh, that means that it's down. Heal himself for 3k. If he continues to try and keep his hit points up, he's gonna lose that fight ultimately. Because Mega Flare with a Tranced Garnet is totally gonna rip his ass apart. But, you know, if he wants to keep trying, we'll let him. Only come on. I know you can do better than that. Only 5k. Oh, I did no mercy? Damn, I should have done another Winged Edge. Oh well. It still gets the job done. Another Flare Star, huh? Next up should be Thievery, I think. Shit. Well, sorry, Zidane, you're about to get straight fucked. Because Vivi is the most powerful mage. But even he cannot defeat Reflect. Yep. That's fine. Take it to the face. I mean, that's not fine. That sucks. But, you know. What you gonna do? My neck won't quite pop right. It's kind of annoying. Come on. You can do better than that, Kuja. And this might be better than that. Oh, nope. Okay. Although we are using up all of our trances right here on Kuja. Also, I don't know what's up with Amaranth's trance. So, this is what Eidolon does as opposed to summon, is every once in a while, out of turn, she just gets another attack with the last Eidolon she summoned. So, you know, I mean, it's always the small version, but incredibly powerful. Hey, there we go. There's Kuja down. Ugh, I'm gonna die anyway. I won't have to be afraid anymore. But I'm not gonna die alone. You're all coming with me. Ultima's a bitch. Yep. Alright, so we can defeat Kuja. It's a little rough, but we can do it. Let's see here. Time for Super Ultra Mega Secret Boss. What happened to the crystal? Where is this? You stand before the final dimension, and I am the darkness of eternity. Who are you? All life bears death from birth. Life fears death, but lives only to die. It starts with anxiety. Anxiety becomes fear. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. The dark side of the Force it is. The only cure for this fear is total destruction. Kuja was a victim of his own fear. He concluded he could only save himself by destroying the origins of all things, the crystal. What the heck are you talking about? Why are you telling me all this? Now, the theory is undeniable. Kuja's actions prove it. All things live to perish. At last, life has uncovered this truth. Now it is time to end this world. What do you mean by that? I exist for one purpose. To return everything back to the Zero world, where this is no life and no crystal to give life. In a world where fear does not exist. This is the only world that life all desires. Who the hell do you think you are? You're not ending anything. Never. Not as long as we all live. Foolish creature. Your fears have already deluded you. One day, you will choose destruction over existence as Kuja did. When he sought to destroy the crystal, the purpose of life ended. Now come, enter the Zero world that you desire. No. We'll destroy you and prove you wrong. And through our memories, future generations will see that we can overcome any fear. We can't give up now. We have to fight together. Even if we lose, it doesn't matter. Our memories will live on inside others. So, even if we are born to die, I am not afraid. I'm gonna live! I'll leave everything in your hands. Ah, isn't that sweet? Come back after you kill bad guy. I prepare big meal for everyone. Though I am unworthy, accept my powers. Gotta dust himself off. Promise me you'll win? I make no such promise. Oh, well, we have an extra point, so F it. Alright, let's do it to it, baby. We've come too far to lose now. Let's just wrap this up and go home. All of us. So, what is this super secret boss that was hidden behind all things that we're only now learning about? I mean, he wasn't behind all things, but he was literally behind all things. Hey, Wicked. How's it going, man? Necron. The enemy behind the enemy. Behind the enemy. Hey, you know what? Let's do something really dumb. Let's take... It's a really powerful weapon that we have in our inventory. Hey, let's... Ah, shit. The Masamune is... That's fine. Let's take the Save the Queen. Let's throw Save the Queen. Yeah, baby. And hopefully... I don't think we'll win. I mean, look at our stats here. I don't think we'll win. But yes, this is the final battle. And I'm about to throw the rarest weapon in the game. Even more rare than Excalibur 2. Save the Queen. Oh, I came into this fight expecting to lose. So there's that. For whatever it's worth. I know what it takes to beat this boss. And there's a chance. About 3 microns of a chance that we will succeed in this fight. If we had an additional 5 levels on Amaranth and Vivi, 5 or 6, I'd say you're right. Really? Save the Queen? That's all you did? I am disappointed in you, Save the Queen. This is why we might win. Because we have auto regen on everybody, and Bahamut lasts long enough that as long as he doesn't outright kill us, most of our party will be completely healed by the end of Bahamut. I mean, not that he's really doing that much damage to us right now anyway. Oh, here we go. Grand Cross. Oh no, what am I doing? If we survive this, it's all gonna be... Oh no. If someone dies, we're gonna wanna use life on them. Because everyone just healing with the Phoenix down sucks. Ooh, well, Zaiden's fine. Time to use some remedies, then. Well, crap. Sorry, Vivi. It's a good thing you don't actually need to be big to cast good spells. Amaranth, could you please come back so you can throw things? I mean, I know I could just use the specific healing item, but, why? I've got a whole bunch of remedies that I've been saving. This is the last fight. What else am I going to be saving them for? Shit! That was something that I had not recalled, obviously. That's fine. We'll just thievery him. It'll be fine. I mean, our thievery does 7,000 plus damage, so it's all okay. Although, I'd rather be using Grand Lethal right about now. So, regardless of whether we finish this today or tomorrow, because let's face it, it's going to be one of those two at this point. Every day until Friday. Friday is when we're going to start Final Fantasy X again. Or 10 again. This is going to be when we start Final Fantasy X. How close are you? But in between now and Friday, when we start Final Fantasy X, every day is going to be a creative stream where we are going to work on... Oh, nice! Our banners and the emotes that we're going to use in the future when we finally unlock that option. So, I was kind of hoping to finish this tomorrow, but hey, you know what? If we finish it today, that's just more time to work on emotes and the banners. Honestly, the banners are going to be super quick, though. They do not take very long to work on. And I'll even show the process from start to finish. It does not take any time whatsoever. I mean, we're... Oh. With Zaiden and Trance, yeah, we're done. We'll hit Grand Lethal 3 times for max damage. And we've already used up 1 auto life, which sucks, but, you know, whatever. There's some throw weapon damage. I usually like to have everybody on this team have auto haste, as well as, you know, auto regen and auto life. But, you know, you don't always get what you want, right? So, I'm just, you know, seeing how far we can get. Oh. Well then, Why defy your fate? Is the will to live that powerful? At least it wasn't like Sephiroth again. You know, where I talking to the chat, not paying attention at all, and I accidentally kill him. At least this time I actually had to try. So the rest of this week until Friday is going to be creative streams where we work on improving our look on the stream. I hope you guys will join me for some of those, and maybe we'll pick up a few tips or tricks for working on your own banners and emotes and things like that, as long as there is life and death. So we're going to go through the whole credits. We'll watch the post-credits, the very short post-credits scene, and then we'll do our so what. So, the Aoife tree is completely capital F fucked now. And only 2 of us were teleported out here? Are you alright? Yeah, but look at what's happening. So, what Kuja said was true. The Aoife tree is beginning its violent reaction. What's going to happen? I don't know, but it doesn't look good. Yeah. So, I'm going to do my so what while this is going on because, like Wicked said, this is a long segment. I'm going to leave all the text up, hopefully long enough for you guys to read it. But this is a long segment, and we're already past time normally. So, let's go ahead and take care of this. So what about Final Fantasy IX? Final Fantasy IX, I don't know this for a fact, but I read a rumor a long time ago that Final Fantasy IX was made the way it is, as with all the references and whatnot to previous Final Fantasy games, because a long-standing member of their team was retiring. And this was essentially not just like a love letter to the Final Fantasy fans and the franchise as a whole, but also kind of like a... I don't know if I would say a retirement gift so much as like a thank you. And it is very effective at both of those. If you are a fan of Final Fantasy as a franchise, even if this is not your favorite game, you'll love this game. Every game up until this point, up until 1 through 8, with including some stuff from Tactics, some stuff from what is it called, Mystic Force, the American exclusive Final Fantasy game for Super Nintendo. Every Final Fantasy game that was made before this one has something that makes a cameo in it. Not only that, but there's a lot of Mystic Quest, thank you. But there's a lot of reused tropes, a lot of, and some of the references are not veiled at all. Some of the items you get Doga's artifact and Una's mirror from Final Fantasy III. You get the rat tail from Final Fantasy I. You get the Invincible from 4? I mean, it doesn't look quite the same, but it's the Invincible. Yeah, this game is Final Fantasy in a single nutshell. with some extra care taken for character development, which is partially why this is my favorite game. The characters in this game are stronger than any other Final Fantasy game. The main story is very tropish and classic, excluding the extra planet stuff, which that part of the storyline doesn't quite fall flat, but isn't great. Character designs are very memorable and easy to spot from a great distance. Which, if this was like a multiplayer action game, would be very important because their silhouettes are all unique. But as it is, they're just kind of iconic character designs. They all have clothing and, with the exception of a few dialogue pieces, speak as though they belong in this world. I have no problem believing that every single one of these characters belongs here. My personal favorite storyline is Freya's. It's very short, but it encapsulates the classic tale of like the knight lovers. There has always been this kind of classic tale, not just in Japanese culture, but of even in Western culture, of like the female warrior that's either just as good or just shy of her male peers, who falls in love with one of them, and they have a romance, and then something happens to the man. And then the female has to step up and become this great leader, or this even better warrior, to try and compensate for the lack of her lover, or whether they've disappeared, have amnesia, in this case, both of those, or have died. Vivi has a very cyberpunk character arc. Cyberpunk is usually defined by a few things, one of which is its transhumanism themes. And Vivi has a very transhuman storyline. Transhuman storyline is, what does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be alive? And that is Vivi's storyline. Zayden gets a little bit of that, but his storyline is less what does it mean to be alive, and nature versus nurture is more of Zayden's storyline, because he was raised by Tantalus after coming to Gaia and having amnesia from his original design, and that's where he gets all his morals and his thought process, but he was designed to be this great destroyer, but because of how he was raised, he's not. Steiner has the classic, like, chivalrous knight that is unflappable, like nothing is really supposed to surprise them, but then they get in over their heads because they're either young or inexperienced in the ways of the world, and they end up being surprised by pretty much everything. But they still like hold true to themselves and their bearing and their how they were raised in this knightly order. Quina actually probably has the most unique storyline, in that her storyline is the fish out of water, but the fish out of water with a purpose. Because she doesn't know anything about the world. So her entire purpose in life is to travel around the world and experience it. That is her mission. That is what she's told to do when she leaves the village of the Qs. Qs? I've always just called them Qs. I don't know. she's told to do this to experience more food, but really what her master is telling her to do is just explore the world and then come back when you're done. Experience everything. Quina is obsessed with the gourmand way of life being about food, so he tries to push her by saying go and experience more food. Aiko's storyline is one very much so rooted in the plucky orphan, kind of like a Huck Finn sort of tale. Is it Huck Finn? The one that goes on the raft down the Mississippi and has all sorts of adventures. Is that Huck Finn, or is that... what's the other big character? Yeah. And then Amarant is this... Honestly, he was just a guard at the auction house. Huck Finn, thank you. Until Zidane and Tantalus came along and stole everything. And he got disgraced and started trying to track down the people that stole from it so he could get his revenge, because they cost him his job. So his is a revenge tale, but he fails at his revenge. But so in order to learn from what happened, he joins up with his defeater, with his opponent, rival, to learn what he could do to be better. It becomes kind of a master-mentor relationship. And all these characters come together to tell a very compelling and quite an amazing story, actually. They all have tragedy in their lives, but none of them let them define it, or define their lives by that tragedy. They all just kind of... I don't mean to say that they all just kind of get over it, but they kind of do. Their overcoming of their obstacles is kind of hand-waved. And I mean, not completely, like, they actually do stuff, but it's very convenient. Oh, certainly not a very typical Save the World, especially for a Final Fantasy storyline. But they do. They don't think they're going to save the world, but they do. And so, because of the character development, yeah, his kind of like devil-may-care attitude combined with, like, he's clearly this great hero. I mean, we just defeated non-existence? So clearly Zidane, as part of this, is a very, like, powerful individual in this world. But yes, I mean, that is the literal. I think it's more of not save Kuja because life is precious. I think of it more as their family, right? And, like, Zidane definitely has that devil-may-care attitude. Like, he was riding that that vine as it was speeding towards a wall, and, you know, just crossing his arms, half closing his eyes with a smug smile. But He comes here to save Kuja less because life is precious, but because he's family. And you don't give up on family. Whether it's the family that you choose or the family that you're stuck with. Yeah. He's willing to look past Kuja's murderous ways to try and give him a hand. Yeah, he helped them escape, and so nothing more to lose. Some of the things that are wrong. So we've talked this game up a lot. Also, the combat system, straightforward, easy to use, 4-character team. Please make more 4-character teams. They're way better than the 3-character teams. The AP proficiency system in this one works wonderful. The crystals that you earn to equip those abilities in a so that you're actually using them, great. Now let's talk about some of the bad things. There's a lot of dialogue spoken by characters in this game that does not feel, not just, mostly it's done by non-main characters, but sometimes Aiko and sometimes Zaiden say things that don't feel like they belong in this Final Fantasy game. If they were in 7 or 8 or even 10 or 13, I would say that they would be more at home in those games, some of the dialogue, but not in this one. And I have a feeling that that has more to do with localization. And the reason I think that is because I feel that the localization team saw this casual or even possibly super casual Japanese word for whatever, and went with our modern super casual word choice. I can't think of any examples right off the top of my head, but that is the feeling that I have. I know I pointed some of them out, especially in the earlier portion of the game. There's some problems. Vivi has kids! That's his end story. I always talked about you, Zaiden. How you were a very special person to us, because you taught us all how important life is. How does Vivi have kids? He made them? Freya tried to reconnect with Fratterly to a limited or to a greater or limited extent. He got some of his memories back, but not all of them. Another big thing that doesn't really fit this game is the other planet, Terra. Going to Terra, fine. Going to Terra, it's reminiscent of Final Fantasy IV, going to the moon to deal with the moon people, except then we find the super advanced society that is building creatures and transferring souls into them for the purposes of taking over a whole nother world. And a cyborg man thing, maybe, that is a reference to Final Fantasy I, kind of. Sorry. Yeah. And it doesn't really work well in this game. Um, the idea is fine. Like, the concept that they were going for is fine. It's the execution in this case that doesn't work well. And it's not even particularly bad. Like, I can think of many more JRPGs where the execution for that is far worse. But it doesn't quite fit. Like, the feel of Terra doesn't quite fit with the rest of the themes in this game. Yeah, I think so too. I think that section may, because it's also very small overall, I think that may have been done hastily to try and get the game out on time. Because really, if you think about it, that is the last major plot point of the game before we just have the open world segment of Disc 4. And you know what? That's okay. Sometimes a developer has to cut some corners in order to get the game out the door. And in a game that is otherwise this good, that portion, the Brawn Ball Terra portion of the game, if that's the worst that this game gets in terms of segments, man, that's an amazing game. I did my best to try and put my love of Final Fantasy IX aside as much as possible for this playthrough and critical look at. And I think I did a good job. Oh, also, the Sid Oglop to Frog thing is it's not a great joke. The joke love story that turns into an actual love story between Steiner and Beatrix, A+. It's very good. Also, all the jabs that are made throughout the game at Queen Brain not being a very attractive woman. They're not that great of jokes. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say they're the worst jokes ever, but they're not great. Also, a lot of stereotypical accents used in this. Like, Ruby has a very, like, kind of Southern Belle drawl. And then the dwarves have a very kind of... I did it as Scottish. No, I didn't. I tried to do it as Scottish, but failed, so then I did it as kind of like a Minnesotan. Yeah, and I think that's heavily to do with the localization. And that doesn't really work that well. But, like, the complaints that I'm leveling at this game are like, this didn't work well. Not, this was bad. If you go back to my So What of Final Fantasy VIII, I said that the draw system was bad because of these sorts of things. These character stories were bad because of this. Final Fantasy IX doesn't really have that. Final Fantasy IX has some things that fall flat. Like, a lot of people do not like Tetra Masters, the card game in Final Fantasy IX. A lot of people prefer Triple Triad, the game of 8. I am the other way around, but that's a personal preference. A lot of people don't like the Chocobo Hot and Cold minigame. I happen to enjoy the Chocobo Hot and Cold minigame. I'm not going to say that that's, like, it's a great minigame. It's kind of repetitive, but I do enjoy it. Also, the music in this game, not the best. It's overall good. The music in this is overall good, but there's no music in this that, like, is so outstandingly good that it needs to be called out. Like, there's one really unique song. Otherwise, most of the music in this is just slightly better versions of the stuff we're used to. And the one unique song is not as good as Eyes on Me or the song that Celeste sang in 6. I know it has a name. I just can't remember what the song of the Summoner's song that Aiko and Garnet sing. Like, it's good, but it's not really up to yeah, it's just not quite as good as, like, Eyes on Me or the opera song. But it's not bad, it's just not as good. Also, I can't believe I haven't really talked about this. The acting minigame at the very beginning to earn favor, to get a whole bunch of money, A+. Like, you should only be able to do it once or twice to get the tips, not try it as many times as you want, because there's no reason not to do it just over and over and over again until you get a perfect score. But very good. Also, some of the secondary character designs, especially Cinna's, are kind of freak me out a little bit, to be perfectly honest. I beseech thee, wondrous moonlight, grant me my only wish. Bring my beloved Garnet to me. Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Also, the choice to go back to stylized character designs as opposed to more humanistic, more realistic looking character designs, I'm totally okay with. Get out of my way, people. I'm the queen of your country. But, you know, they're all paying attention to the stage, so... doesn't matter. Her part of the crystal doesn't matter. Hey, I threw that sword away. No, that is a very good feels. And holy cow, who the hell worked to rebuild that sword? Because that sword is huge and actually made of metal. So, that was Final Fantasy IX, you guys. My personal favorite. When we are done with the Final Fantasy series as a whole, I will do a whole nother episode where we will break down the entire franchise, as well as I will actually put to paper and then to video my breakdown of my personal favorites from beginning to end. But hint, Final Fantasy IX is number 1. That's not even a question. Sure thing, man. I don't know if you can do that. The feels of that scene are... Yeah, so this is the song that we only ever hear in the game as La 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 La. Not quite as good as Eyes on Me. Voice from the Past, that's what it's called. Uh-oh. What do you do?
Well, I appreciate that, bro. I mean, I do. Given some love to fellow streamers. I mean, as soon as I am no longer actively trying to keep myself alive, I can definitely hit you up for a follow as well. Since you said you are a fellow streamer, we can definitely make that happen. And I'm going to politely request and suggest that those that are within chat with me right now can also... oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Damn! Dude just like wasted an entire clip on me. I don't know how he got me with like the last bullet, but Jesus.
Well played, sir. You let yourself get distracted by chatting with someone. Honestly, that is partly the reason why I don't do any action games. And once we get to action games, I'm not really looking forward to it because... yeah, interacting with chat while trying to play a skill or detail-oriented action game. Square Visual Works Company. Yep. Did we ever use Atmos? Shit, I don't think we did. I'll have to check my achievements, because there's an achievement for using each summon the first time. We definitely didn't get Arc because I didn't put 2 pumice pieces together. But that's fine. Arc is really expensive, even with half MP. I want to say with half MP, Bahamut is like 20, and Arc is like 50, even with half MP. You can't get Hades as a summon, but I did fight and defeat Hades, turning him into a great synthesis spot. Melodies of Life, that's the name of the song. My bad. Oh, Nobuo Uematsu. You deserve all the credit for all of Final Fantasy. Always. When you are no longer able to compose new songs for Final Fantasy, the franchise might die. And actually, I was surprised that we defeat Hades, so the fact that we were also able to defeat Necros, I was really not expecting that. She really is. She's one of the better coming-of-age characters in Final Fantasy. Certainly better than Rydia, which Rydia was kind of an attempt at a coming-of-age. Slash getting past tragedy. Actually, both of them are, and Rydia's better at both. Or Garnet is better at both than Rydia. Also, just the amazing visuals in this game. They're, for the resources available at the time. Remember, PlayStation 1. This is one of the last games on PlayStation 1, but remember, this is a PlayStation 1 game. It looks better than many PS2 games. Even near the end of the life cycle of the PS2. Because they knew how to make good use of those limited resources that they had available to them. And once you hit the PlayStation 3 era, especially for like JRPGs, they have all the resources they could want. They have processing power and RAM. That's all you need to have a JRPG run well. Oh shit, the planets merge. Everything's dead. Also, most Final Fantasy games' symbols have something to do with actually the game, and something that you normally see a lot. We only see this crystal twice. Once on Terra, with everybody hanging around it. And then once at the end when we fought... Oh, this music. Talk about feels. This music gets me every time. Like, just the nostalgia of it. Anyway, I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me tonight. I especially want to thank Wicked for participating in chat. Now remember, the rest of this week up until Friday, we're going to be doing creative streams where we work on our banners. I'm going to be starting those from scratch and showing you my whole process. And hopefully doing a better job than the ones I currently have. And then once we're done with those, we're going to be working on a segment of emotes that we will use once we earn that ability. So come, check it out, watch the process. I've never done a creative stream and I don't know exactly how it's going to work, so we'll work through that as well. Anyway, thank you guys very, very much for hanging out with me tonight and sticking with me through the end of this. Hope you guys have a wonderful night. Remember, if you follow me on Twitter, that is the best way to find out if anything changes, if I can make cancellations or change times, or if I'm going to start early. That's the best place to find out. As well as if you go down to the banner named Archive, there you will find a link that takes you to my YouTube page, that has the entire backlog of all of the videos. So if you want to watch anything from the past, from Final Fantasy III up until about halfway through 9, I don't have any of the newer stuff up yet. You'll find it there. Anyway, have a wonderful night, guys. Hope you will join me tomorrow where we will work on some of our banners. Good night.